How you doing, everyone? I'm Joel, and this is my brother Adam. So we're from Garden Estate Wines. Just quickly before we start, if anyone's glass is empty, we actually have a wine at the back there if you want to go and fill that up. So introduction. So Adam's going to be talking now a little bit about the business, how we started, and I'll roll you over to Adam. Thank you.
Thank you. So myself and Joel Garvin are third generation Garvins in the Garvin family and at Garden Estate Wines. I usually say to many people that ask, what's your role within the wine industry? I really do. I say anything and everything. Being a family business, it certainly has to be that sort of approach. I guess that's the way it really needs to be. And we're very lucky in a sense that we can be very proud and tell a proud family story and work with each other in many unique ways. And a lot of customers really appreciate that. So we're not too sure how our grandparents would have predicted the future for Garden Estate Wines, but setting a strong foundation always helps. And in recent years, having achieved many distinguished and good awards and a proud 60th year, we really do believe that they would be very pleased that Garden Estate Wine's name is still intact and there's still generational winemakers going on and vignerons, so to speak. So on with to our grandparents. Our grandfather, Duya Garvin, lived to 99. I think that Mediterranean lifestyle really thrived off, if you like. And he learned his rudimentary style winemaking in Croatia between fishing. And during that time, it was really what people, it was for their needs and what they sort of preferred, and not only for family but also for locals within the island of Croatia. And from then on, he migrated to Western Australia in 1937, and from there he really did have the passion to want to continue winemaking, so to speak, in a new country, and certainly a daunting experience considering that he had just arrived, let alone wanting to make wine. So he started in Spearwood, saving money for market gardening and all that, saving up enough money to establish himself in Millenden, which is just within the Swan Valley, and really thrive and learn off the region in itself, turning over the soils and doing all the good things there and setting the foundation. From there, he settled on our estate block, Garden Estate Wines, and we still work with his 74-year-old or 70 to 60-year-old Shiraz vines in our vintages to this day, and they're great fruit. So that's what we're really pleased about, and I guess for the business from 1956 onwards, it was really ports, sherries, and we did about 2,000 to 3,000 gallons, and for this local area as well, and also back towards Spearwood too. So from when Duya retired, and I should really be careful with that word because he never really retired. He just took a back step. And my father subsequently had to sort of pull him out of the vineyard, if you like. And I've got a pretty good feeling we'll be doing the same too, Joel, so we should get used to that. But my father, Peter, really wanted to set his mark on Garden Estate Wines. And I feel that not only what he's done and what we've appreciated and noticed, we'll have our opportunity and we'll get our chance to do the same. So my father, Peter, went about purchasing new land and establishing vineyards certainly in the Swan District and still in the Swan Valley, and also preparing and planning for the future in machinery, architecture, a new cellar door, which now we get to sort of market as a nice function venue, and just really adding on to the cellar door and essentially the foundation for how we sold wine from many years ago. And to this day, I think our visitors and customers really appreciate humble beginnings, and to be able to tell our timeline of history. I think people just really, as I said, are really appreciative of that, and subsequently they think, wow, just a winery with no restaurant, which is sort of a common theme within wineries now, is gee, they're doing something right. I really do believe that people feel that. So, just finally, I'd just like to say, I guess within the wine industry, you really do have to say hello, and you do have to make your presence known. We're in many competitive industries, and wine is certainly one of them. So when we engage with customers, we really do have to, as I said, engage in all of the human senses, whether it be at the cellar door or online. That's absolutely crucial to this day. And Joel will talk more about how we're presented online. But for me, I'd just like to thank Shopify for showcasing who we are to the online world, and in recent years to China and mainland China too. We're very thankful and appreciative of that. So thank you. If anyone has any more questions on more about history or the products, or even a function if you have in mind, no problem at all. So I'll hand you over to Joel. Thank you.
Thanks, Adam. All right, so choosing Shopify. Hands up who did this. And just went to Google. This is what I did. This is probably a decent way to go about it. I just typed in best commerce website builder 2018, but I've actually been using Shopify since 2014. So I did it back then. Obviously the results are a bit different now, but it's good to see. I'd like to bring this up because it's good to see that Shopify is at the top there, and it's an ad-sponsored one, so you know that they're marketing well. So it's always good confidence boost there. Here's the top 5 on a website here. You want to be careful which ones you choose, because sometimes they go through and paid ones, so like they'll pay to be at the top or whatever. But I've used Squarespace. It was okay. Weebly was alright. I tried Wix as well. Very customizable with that one. But Shopify was the best. Shopify had a really great backend as well. I like the backend a lot. I came from doing Dreamweaver. I don't know if everyone did that in like 2010. And the back end of that, it was just files on your computer. So come a long way, and it's really good to have it all online. So designing the website and choosing the theme. This is our website. It's nothing too special. I mean, there's a nice picture at the top, widescreen. There's a feature collection there. You got to know a little bit about us, that we're not, our website is not the bread and butter of our business. We have a lot of other things, disgorging service, so we make people champagne. We do export and functions, as Adam talked about earlier. And I need to showcase that a bit more later. But that's the other half of our website. So we've got the blog posts on there, just so people can keep up to date with what we're doing. And Instagram as well. Everyone knows Instagram is really good for showing and delivering business through photos or videos. So our business can't really rely on online sales too much in this day and age. I mean, it's quite hard. I think Amazon's just getting into a bit of wine, eBay a little bit, but it's still quite grey area-ish with people with like international as well, age restrictions. So that's the theme I chose. Anyone can guess why? It's a wine one. So Napa Valley, they're really good. They did one there. I really like the photo they chose. I might try and get a family photo because I reckon that looks really nice there. So that was really good. They got a few themes on there, a few styles. So choosing the theme. There's a lot of great themes on Shopify, as you know already. Why I chose that one was it's in the food and drink section, and it was the only wine one there, to be honest. So I went with that, and it's very easy to go from there. But yeah, you want to choose one that's up your category if you want to get going quick, or you can try them all. That's quite up to you. So changing the theme, what changes are made since the beginning? I did have a Facebook feed on the front. I think Facebook's a little bit more backseat now in terms of Instagram's taking over a little bit. So Instagram is better with pictures, and Facebook, you just scroll through. It was like a box that I put on Twitter. There's a Twitter section in the front, and I kind of coded Facebook in there instead because we don't use Twitter. And that's what I did for that. Bit different. Theme customizer. So use that blue button there. That's really useful. Go through there and change everything through your theme. Your theme will also update depending if they're keeping up to date with the current trends. So watch your themes and make sure you update them if they have one. Page customization. So this is where I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the changes I've made. So as I said before, our page website is not our bread and butter for product selling. So we want to put other features in there, like the exporting, that we do functions, etc. So that's our basic page that we do disgorging. We do sparkling disgorging for different businesses around the Swan Valley. They can bring our champagne here and we can do it all. But that's a basic layout, and that's done through the ad page. Very simple. You can probably put a photo at the bottom. You can do a little bit of coding, but it's a little bit of work. Our theme actually came out with this good thing here, as I said before, page details. So which is a drop down there in the template. And that gave us a lot of different options. In the customized section there, you can see for a basic page, it's just the header and the footer you can change. And on this page, you got the ad details there, you can change there. But this is what I was able to create with page details. So it was a lot nicer and it was a lot different. It was almost like a homepage, the amount of customization you could do, which is really good. And that opened up a section there between the header and the footer called page. And you could go through there and you could do a lot of different things there, like set a quote, put a different image gallery up, a big banner like this, you can change it to widescreen. So that was really nice. And I went right into a problem with it. So I wanted to do it for another page, but it turns out that I could only do it for one page, and then every time I tried to edit it, it said, oh, you can only do it once, and that was no good. So I reached out to our themes out of the sandbox. So I went to them and I said, hey, this is really good what you did there with the page details, but I can only do it once for one page, so can you make another one, or how do you go about doing that? And they said, well, we've already had people that are actually doing that already, and so they sent me down to this link here, and it turns out I just had to do a bit of copy-paste coding, and I was able to make multiple pages like that, like this one here, which is our export page. And you can see at the top there it starts from, kind of shows from the beginning, finds down the bottom to export, which was really good. So it looks a little bit more better than this one here. It's just quite plain. Where am I at? Future changes. So I might actually change the whole theme in general. I don't know. I'm quite invested in this one, as you could probably tell, but I wouldn't mind seeing what else is out there. I don't play around with it a lot. There's a lot going on, but I'm not sure. So I'll give that a shot, maybe, if I get time. But this is one thing I do want to change. Well, I'm actually going to put it to you guys, see what you think. So this is a shopping cart here with a hefty amount of money in it. And say, for example, you got a discount code, but you really want to enter that as soon as possible when you see a cart page. So I think there should be like a discount code box here somewhere, because in this day and age, like pressing PayPal, like with your Remember Me options and things like that you've got these days, is very automatic. So you might end up pressing that and going to that subtotal there without even getting to a discount. So hands up if you think that's a pretty good thing.
Why give a discount if you're not asked to?
Say again?
Why give a discount if you're not asked to? If
Yeah.
people are happy with the price, then
Yeah.
sell it at that.
Yeah, that's true. But everyone loves a discount. Yeah.
I agree, Joel. On our site, on every Shopify site, we put the discount in when you get to the
Checkout page.
section.
Yeah.
That never made any sense to me. I
Yeah.
feel like you should put the discount in at the very start in the cart here. So
I think we're smart. I think we're good. We got this. So yeah, if the people that raise their hands, I like to think of that as someone raising their mouse and going to click that out. So it's a bit of a hesitant situation. Like you you could end the site, you could end a sale on that.
Maybe you can use a coupon code. If someone is really desperate to have a discount, you can use a coupon code for that page.
Yeah, I got on the checkout page, we got a discount code box there, but it doesn't have it on this page. So
I reckon after the subtotal, enter your thing, and then you get the total, and then they check it.
yeah, there's a lot of different ways to go about it.
But you know the discount place, the whole thing doesn't really discount. So why give a discount? You can give a discount to long-time customers.
It looks great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah? All right. Do you think I'm on the right track, mate?
You're on the right track.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
All right, sweet. No, I'm not putting what you said down. I know what you mean. I mean, I probably could just put a sign at the top and say there's a 10% off sale, and then just have everything automatically 10% off. That's probably another way around it. But if I've got like an incentive, then I think I'd want to give people a discount code. And I think it would be good to put a box in here before people start checking out. I just think it might be something that, yeah. All right, cool. Insights and tips. All right, so getting to the end of it. Theme choice. Make sure your theme is what you want. As I said before, don't go and pick something that's not of your theme, the thing that you want to sell, and then it ends up looking really bad. Theme updates. So go through and check your theme. I don't know if you guys have it as well, but ours has an updated section. We can go through and check if there's any updates, and I've got an app that automatically updates the site in like 2 seconds, which is really nice. Mailing list, so you can have a newsletter. We find a lot of our sales is through the newsletters. I know that people do on their website at the start that throws up a join our mailing list or whatever. But I think I don't have it because I think it's a bit throwy in the face. I don't know if anyone agrees with me or not, but it is a good way to grab people. So you might just get a conversion, but just it feels a little bit wrong to me. I mean, I didn't come here to see that. Talk to the theme and developers. So as I said before, reach out to your developers or even Shopify and just say, hey mate, this is how it is, and they can probably these days do it, whatever your request is. And that's it. Thank you.